a lot of requests for a tutorial on how I do this, so I'm going to do one right now real quick. So you're going to need a few things first, and this is going to be how you do a beginner way of doing this. It's how I teach people just starting out. It's the most economical way. Paint can get pretty expensive. You're going to need a few things, so you're going to need something to paint on. This is canvas. You're going to need some paint. I recommend you use something like this cheap craft stuff you get at Michael's or whatever. This is a Craft Smart. It's navy. It's what I had left over from the last class I taught. And you're going to need some PVA. And water. Tap water is fine. You don't need anything special for this. What you're going to do is you're going to take your paint, your craft paint, you're going to mix it with PVA 1:1, and then you're going to add in another 1 part of tap water. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. I've got this little measuring cup here that I use and usually measure out in ounces. I've already got some paint, there's some red from mixed up, I got a bunch of white, whatever this color is over here from my last class I did. One thing you're going to need, definitely you're going to need some white or black. I like to get people starting off with white. It's a base color and it's the heaviest color, so when you do a flip cup, it's what's going to sink through the paint and what's going to get you some cool designs and stuff. I'm going to mix this up real quick. I'll probably fast forward the video so you don't have to sit and listen to me ramble too much. So 1:1, paint to glue. Video. This is what we're doing. Make sure you scrape real good around the bottom, around the sides, get it all mixed up. Right now it looks kind of thick, but when you add your water, you're going to think it's really thin. So you kind of want it, let's see, you kind of want it like that, so it runs nicely. It's not watery. I know it's kind of hard to see. Melted ice cream is the best description I've heard for it. You don't really want it like skim milk or anything. It's a little thin, but I don't know how well you can see that. Like, that's about what you want there. So you're going to need something to pour it in. We're going to do this is what's called a dirty pour. We're going to put some white in. And the amount of paint you need is going to depend on what you're painting on, how big it is. So we're going to put some of this red in. I'm going to put some of this navy in. I tend to put more paint than I need, and I'm going to do a little bit of silicone. I like to mix that separately. So the silicone is what makes the cells pop on a lot of times. Sometimes certain things you can do it without. For this, we're going to do it this way. So only put 2 drops in. You don't need a lot. So there's that. Set that there. I'm going to use some of this color if I can open it. Remember, if you get glue, paint in the cap, it's got glue in it, and it will become really hard to open. And put that in there. We're gonna pour this guy in now. Just throw it in there. If you're just starting out, it doesn't matter. Have fun with it. Don't worry about what it looks like. A lot of times I get students that think they're gonna redecorate their house with their paintings, and this isn't like an archival way of doing it. This isn't something that's gonna last you forever. This is just how to learn and have fun. This is how I learned. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I've got way more paint than I need, but it's fine. I don't really care. Let's see how this goes. So we can do a couple of things. I can just flip it and toss it on there, or we can do the more common way of picking this thing up, flipping it like that, and you flip it over. That's why it's called a flip cup. So give it a second. There. Let it run off the cup. Sometimes I like to tap it a little bit, help get that paint off. You can put a pin in the top to get rid of the suction on the cup, but I usually can't be bothered. And now for the magic, just pull it off. There's going to be some paint left over in there. You want to hang on to that, or you can coat the corners. I like to coat the corners because those are the hardest parts to get paint on. Maybe do like a little pretty design, run the extra around, do something, set it aside for later. It's fine. It's all fine. There's no rush. There's no doing it wrong. I'll tend to, when I use silicone, I have this heat gun on low, and what you're doing is you're getting the air bubbles out doing this, because you'll have air in it, but it's also heating the silicone up, and it's getting the layers to move. You'll see some things will start popping out. Don't do it too much, and don't get it too hot. You'll smell it if you get it too hot. But like, see these little guys here popping out? That's kind of cool. And we've got some cool stuff over here. So let it sit for a minute. Let it start doing something. Or don't. I mean, it's up to you. Sometimes I get impatient and just start sliding it around, so we're stretching the paint. I'm not like trying for anything special. So there, we got the canvas coated. Let's see, let's bring it back this way, how we started. Let's try and stretch this into something of a design. One thing that keep in mind is bright colors tend to work really good, bright and contrasting. If you have a problem with colors or colorblind like me, sometimes it's a good idea to have a color wheel handy. You can download them on the internet or buy them, or look at that little dried piece of paint. Buy them at the art stores. It's just something to help you with your color selection. You don't have to do it, there's no rule about it. Okay, and then keep a rag nearby. Wipe your hands off. So I don't know, we got that there. We got some stuff happening. That's basically it. If you have any questions, leave a comment on the video. Hit me up on Twitter. Happy to help. Other than that, that's about it. Leave it somewhere to dry. It's going to drip a little bit. Clean up your mess. Do another one. Alright guys, have fun.